mothers no. But the Eddie Kayan and maybe number one, we should understand that if I live with my mother for a long time, it is called separation. So you can write number one, separation. In-laws, number one, separation. Sister, yes, and your mammy beyond 1 year. Now we need the banner chimp and I ye.
Okay. True.
Papa no, we need the banner chimp and I ye. And the anomaly. Tama, when they woman yan chimp and I know ye, their ban is saying, and as I say, shoot a bang, and in the year for be yab. See, by wisdom, something should tell you that when I live with you for a very long time under the same roof, now me separate me one. Sometimes by the bond, it is not easy.
True.
But one of the things we need to understand from the foundation is separation. So, onuya ten hoa, onuya no mo fani beteo. Maybe you near Bema, na me near mammy and son. Remember me, you near 5. Na me make what ya me near man on me boawam, me show me no mudia grow. That you know, ye dear, we me mom's cash mo, our brapeny. Brapeny, like I say, you know, bra, you know, say lady be about famiako. That bond, that separation can create problems. Eti ya be fa me koya na me be ma na me kokko wade be ma be free na agane na fie ti me na mako ti me free fie hode me kode but that connection, that friendship, that unity, that oneness, that family bond can create problems. Not because they are not good, but because you see, once you separate yourself, they feel like somebody has taken our gift, our beloved, our loved one from us. They can be so vibrant on the person. I mean, I'm talking about whoever took their brother or sister so much that they will strike. Separation. And you know, me cancer near my meso. And the papa swa, mammy raising the bar for about 25-30 years. But your in-laws, you know, almost be justify. I'm not joking. Say no. Don't blame them. Not because they are evil, they are bad, they are wizards or they are witches. No, Charlie. Obi ashani about 20-30 years. Now walk over sister. Men transfer me can't say in-law no you for what? And you not from sir. Paying school fees, taking care, raising, show papa, Mr. J. I raising work at university for so many years. Look at the investment and the sweat. Now Bema wa do wa. Oba say catch them say, oh papa, I better transfer Bema say worry me back what it no asem na kan. Obe twa warning ache. In fact, our dey na so no chero say me baba do di dia agora. Opani me bo dia. And I wouldn't be penny mehow, depending on their religious beliefs.
True.
Wouldn't need Yagra, but you me. Wouldn't need Yagra, pump it, you know. And yes, all treaty what you know. But look at that separation for years and the investment. Nobody will wish that.
True.
So we are talking about in-law.
Yes.
And so, number one, we need to understand that separation can create problems. Eti enye se be ma na enye hwe unia doctor na wakọ wade a na wate se ye tete wana bibi nkoyi a humanly come obefa fon afre bro no said saying kwadwo saying I assume say ka say my sister just called me and I want you to know that don't try, because if you try as why kakra don't try no enye se wanye omu ade but separation. So number one, some in-laws are bad because of separation. Not because they are evil.
True.
Am I speaking wisdom?
Yes, sir.
No, we are not saying how bad they are is good, but we are trying to tell you that when they act and they are going way offline, there is a reason. And sometimes the couples, one, should understand a little bit and consider many things, and I will talk about it.
Okay.
Am I making sense?
Deep sense, crap.
Number two, don't assume they are intentionally trying to be difficult. Don't ever assume that your in-laws are intentionally trying to be difficult. Unannounced. Unannounced is a sign of disrespectfulness.
Yeah.
Papa oba mi fie no amfrɛ me na me tia kokoko bia wan asisi. Hey, sa de ba mi fie. Oya ma mi nti, just oba sa on. Ekroma na sa de ye no oba. Hey, Jack, oba wade a, give them that space and respect. But nevertheless, you must understand that Mameno invade in that atmosphere, that territory. Now, refio or baho or bekasa or them send your car last week or go up and down or done about Bema around or done about Oba around. So Bema, whatever it is, you know, both sides. No order. Sometimes you need to understand that they are not doing it intentionally. Do you know why? they think that when they came, they are doing the right thing. Something that at the end of the year, and no bema band is something that ban or buy and or ye be my beman will say they also treating me baba. So sometimes by their actions, they are not intentionally hurting the family. They don't even know they are breaking the family. They are bringing discord. They are bringing disunity. They are separating them. They think that waba so but stressing and because the bad boy know actually said but how she went about it is creating a problem. So sometimes we need to understand that some of the in-laws, they don't intentionally come to create problems. They came with their willing power to help stand the thing or to help strengthen the thing. But unfortunately, okoba. So sometimes they don't intend now ofin the fear because they are the naba. Anyway, what you paying for?
People was hard, you know.
And I make a pay. Say most of them. So I'm not saying all of them.
All of them.
Obi so about say what you know. Because from me babem say, "Oh, what did me babem on a show my musica?"
Yeah.
You know, talk about it. What did me baby usaha? First every week or to ma. They say now what's our national job? Ha! Go miss me what you know. I know there. I be amfi ene abro. Kanfra. Me ensano. Ni nyina ka boma demonic. Yeah, but sometimes most of them they don't assume they are intentionally trying to be difficult. Okay. They think they came to repair, but then overboard. Now create problems. Okay, because they don't know their boundary. I'm continuing. Why?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So parents they invade into the territory of the couples, the spouse, because of old-fashioned ideas. Old-fashioned ideas.
Okay.
O maame tete no no to be call ono ne bafi aya wono ene wanyi a ono so awo no o wo abeta ne kokoko adaya aya bia me papa na mabekajo bra bia me pon no ati say wa bia etwam na me se be fa na me ne mo wonkomo bibi aboko na se me hu se wo so ati na che se wo yere won show ye tete no you know eti me fra wa ana be ba ya me be kan asem no so old fashioned ideas eti wono so ene wa benyini and what by papa to send the papa. Now, what just send your papa and mommy handle our dear titi. Now, they grow up thinking that is the right way to do it. It is called the old-fashioned ideas. Even some parents are today training and building their children with that old-fashioned ideas. Old-fashioned ideas. Train up a child the way they should grow. And yembum, epu. And no chile so why akwala ni yi. Obi to be shane ba onka re nchire no. Oyare osusu we jibi because sabi mo ni mo penfo. O matter bidie no. And sometimes I don't want to say some things because my next generation will come and watch this. So I'm very careful what I leave on social media. So I don't want to say, but you must also understand that yes sir, the old fashioned ideas. So akwala no show nia onyi no say sabi kwase aboa. One part of the language I can Africa. It was in a down for the agrosua was quasi and to be fiscuba, no caquasia. So, hello, teachers, what to say? Maybe what if you wouldn't quasiac no about wine and downful? Because when you say that is not how you brought them up. So, all that old fashioned ideas can make some in-laws become something else. Because they saw their parents do it, they saw their grandparents do it, and they think that it can still be implemented in our, the kind of generation we are in, or in this dispensation, which could be wrong. Okay. So when you are a parent, please, in-law, old-fashioned, that idea, it's not like that. Thank you. Oh, I know about maybe I'm Kusio. Now, when you show fridge, because official no one was rapport. Is that how you use it? Rapport. And your poor rapport. And our rapport. All right, so come back to me. Also, that is it. So, old fashioned ideas can make some in laws difficult. Okay. Including the sons and the daughters. All right. Okay. Now you're quite. I hear me. Sister, so be hear me, Amaka. Yes, dear. Don't betray your spouse to your parents. Especially to your in-laws. Don't ever do that. What you announced to your in-law will determine the results that is provided on the table in your marriage. When you are bad, now you have a problem. We are bema. When you have a problem, people chow atobo. Na me, my friend, me, my me papa. Na masati. Dad say, ma moye. Ma offer to speak and person nekasa. Obana me ne tinu mu ado stupid. I'm telling you, ma. Me report to ma me papa. Ah, wo omo ya wo in-law. Na masati kasa. Every couple, listen. Don't ever do that. Na mas te me papa me ma me beka say we no. Naturally, they develop bitterness, hatred and anger towards you without you knowing. Eja fe wo hwa some catch them say we hwem yi. Unya me fine. What me can say you mu ade. E wo wa na trigger me by love. And you should understand that no matter how many years you leave your parents, there is still this spiritual and physical love bond. But master, acha we wuko. Eti ono no ma me no wato papa ne de na maka no ma no aka kire ma me say Monday no pa me besa uko efie ho. Now uko he kwesima me because this is not the first time baby you but or initiate adwuma no ama na here. This is not the first time. I think this is the second time.
Yeah.
Tell you o china Monday no pa men ko market tam. Coffee okwa mo nimbre. We in law by man na nyu ba yehu. Cause okay nti Monday no pa na ma me na ba kokoko oba ya so ni bisa ase ode one no a obopo na ma good morning wan jesu wotwam. Wa hukum waton wa ma in law. And the sad thing is that one ton ma in law pe o catch the in law father and mother no almost so about mo ma e wo fia ma ne omo mu nya awade yet no it will say omo hate you. So some of the actions of the in-laws is based on one of your partner by his communication towards or to the parents. Because sometimes you can't blame the in-law. But in-law need you by information. But we get information. It we are some who could was so forget your man forget your only problem. Tie one awade. Yankasa one awade.
Pacho one.
One awade. Who could know?
Pacho
One had I know.
Pacho
one the third animal.
Pacho.
Sit over relax. How? Forget to be parents. Don't be a fucking.
Okay.
But me king. No a chuckle. The parents men no trust in entertain ba obedi friend ya na ma me no buy no na ne nyansa wo fom chi ni fi ti ko buy no trust no fro ban set sen me ba ko si frame se ne o ma bi nkoyi na den na e ko so da bi ono no send your information no see your information can deform you or transform you into one oba no edwana wadwan out of anger and emotional that leading oba gidi owura won chant no be transfer what saying. Now see then the Sofia. So my mommy on person being banama. Aha, what did you pay? Now then the Sofia. We are catching them. And you wonder why a mother will walk in, your in-law will walk in and act strange. It is because o partner no sell. It's in a match over her. May counsel say, don't betray. I wrote the word betray because there are challenges in marriage. But don't sell out your partner. It will make your in-laws become difficult to your spouse. Sani wabani so men from my no papa and report to husband. And you say it is something good. And you say, oh yes sir. Now parents know how good you are. One kasawo nyame ya wadom no wase wawade. Enye demons so, enye forces so, enye homboni wo de usu no kasa. Your lack of skill in communication. What they say wawade. Because now you are going to call your parents as a woman and tell them that you are not treated well. Your father and your mother will not sit there for another guy to treat you bad. No, they still love you. They will come and defend you. Stop betraying your spouse, your partner to your parents. And who will trigger your in-laws? Who say, "Oh, wana uniaba." Ya said there's some fidie. Who they say we need? No aba. Una ukunya. Unim. Me ma me mo say fiambe try and chain. Na ombepe jumensia wa te se say no otra. Hey, no betra for betra ombu. Adentina me nua baba betra me yere ncha ombu for no reason. I think command san obai. To nso your bafun. Wo your ba won hwe ne bra yi. De onima yiskadi. So no so an wasan dress a here. Ejina here so e proto. Me bra sika nko. Me bra sika kro. Ti ga no. Or your neighbor sister, your in-law, ombu because information come say, oh your couple listen, don't ever betray your partner to his or her parents. Wrong. It will make your in-laws become arrogant and proud.
Okay.
They are tossed about in-law. Be a team.
Okay.
Now become be a team. Now me person me chere say, "Wobani be ma ya wade ye team baako. Yenye 11 players. Yenye 12 disciples. But Jack ye team. Team aye ye say ya adwene bomu baako. Ye kasa bomu baako. Ye ni swade hu bomu baako. Ya koma bomu baako nti yen who in-law na wo ba no. Ye tu ye hofu. Ya draw plans ato ho. Ye hihye ye da ho. Eti wo ba na wure mu a because we are one you can penetrate. But unfortunately for some couples, they are not one. Eti oba ne maame ne papa, bema ne maame ne papa, ewurema, they can succeed. Why? Because there is no teamwork. Eti mimi can say, unso can say, eti aye in-law baako no say no, I have to defend my own. Na me pa who will reject his or her own. So there should be a teamwork. Ya wadi aye mienu, ya sam ya baako. Eti etumi can say, look, listen, ya worry. When our parents want to come to us, they should call us. When our parents, we want to go there and give them a gift. We can go there 3 months, 4 months. Okay, every year, you perceive both parents, every holidays were 1 week. If you are doing well, more dying, more, guest rooms. Okay, every 1 year, you perceive no mushani party. See, a team. Okay, they say, no, I feel be as one. Meton to matere ama mama so to beto tre e adwene team ama papa ite ma say ye to tre ye koma be ma ne ma me ne papa ana afo a ba me de ya ma ne bi to ba ne friend parents say boy so ye koma si ho kwa de so ye provision shop now you say provision na ye no shopping na ye no e ko say 5,000 ne ma me so what nti koma say koma me ku ne ma me ne papa ni ni nuanom e ko no bo no mo ye jollof so wow nti asel ba ko no e ma e oba ne almost all say Christmas. We are not a team. So much in Yashima, and I catch them. Umbedia what? To most of them and Umbudin who are because of the information you sent, you are not a team. So every couple must be a team. So that nothing can penetrate. Till your journey back, and then tomato a betchen 1-1. Omunyeba, ye consul ye tuka, ye kwa, ye dim merekakra, ye fry ya kwa, ya kudi merekakra. Say, and then ye kwa ya or channels ye bakwa, ye because we are a team.
True.
Now you have to also say, anytime there is a problem with your in-laws, that is Obano, Bearmanu, anytime there is a problem, every woman listen to me, let the man do the confrontation. Woman, don't go. Everybody listen by wisdom. Anytime there is a confrontation, whether free Bearmanu on the buy or if Obano, let the man do the confrontation. Do you know why? Because women are very emotional. Whenever there is a problem, how they confront it and handle it will be quite different, no matter how mature you think your wife is. Eti oko Andrea say ni kuni maame and then the papa and ni kuni nua ni sister in law ti ono ye oba ti bo wan say afode oni ni kuni nua ba we twam no we twam emotions we twam why emotional we twam no otwi ni nua we be ma ni nua ba kasantwi no no so ye kasantwi. But we are not question them afraid. What do you know whom you want to me? Jesus, yeah. That couldn't answer the best thing you'll be doing me. And you whom you me. But I am Bema. Can I talk to you? Sit down. Who you mean, Abba? I think my wife has complained for some time. Please. 2 things. Either you become fair, good, nice to my wife, or you pack out. Because this is my family. Remember, we are able to control our emotions. A brosona and word dear, near boof. But I'm son of Bema Bubufuno. I shall be quick tempered. A son of Bema Bufuno, it has taken something. A quite chilly. I hope you understand. But Oba, the younger better gas is here, especially when they see that their in-laws are, trying to put their nose into every matter in their house. So whenever there is a problem, I would advise every woman, don't do the confrontation, allow your husband. But then you are a team. So Maka, this is how we want it. This is what you must say. This is how it should be said. It be man on all with him say Charlie. I dream you na can boom, but a dream back on the coca to account or can say you ni ekasa. Now so nene ni pa baako. Why? Because men are able to control and balance their emotions than women when it comes to in-law. Other than that, you are going to create hatred, useless hatred for yourself as a woman.
Useless hatred for yourself as a woman. Now, living together as a couple. na making obana esuban bi chese enko yes but we have to be a team and any kwan say me frɛ me ma me na me bɔ na mane say na obana tie
yeah
na fe eni soso eni ya yetan
yeah
nipa no untimi nkanche na jinsamu kura
all right
inti omubehu no na fe inti this was what you were actually going through I think na one moya mane na ebia adwen bi wo hokra ye de amaw anase bibie wo ho ayetimi aboa se na ebe ya ubetimi aso ano no watimi atena ho a amane drum pempensuo sei se bia oba ono ohwema oye ya no wagya ho na okọ hey time ope no obe ye de ope so oye you know like ebe toto aso na fe aye nsem bebre inti eno ne sa no does it become advantage to the couple and I say a disadvantage
every issue every problem is solved by a human being
yes sir
not by a spirit not by an animal so your parents are not the only option or they are not the only people you can walk to nevertheless I just said dum pempen so be asem no emu onyan edere and okra no when you want to present it to your parents wisdom must be applied in other words you don't go to dirty your wife your husband to the parents because still go can we are we say osan the better osan anything it will cause na ye ne hu fia na office ye kotu ne fu ntu ye ne hu fia kai say we ye ne hu fi wie na ye tu ne fu awate but wo ba efi na ugu nu no onfa nchew one your between better towards you yet ono na te unso na wona na te nya papa no maame it make us say there are some minor challenges in marriage you shouldn't go to parents you can get a counselor you can have your pastor you can have your chief imam you can have somebody who's very responsible like your father or mother one more was ahwehwe you know people who are of age how you can walk to them you trust them they can be talking to both of you you know stress out issues amicably and put things in order so you need people like that around you so every marriage there should be people who are you know stand by bibinia you don't need because if you want to go to your parents all the time then it's going to go like you are complaining too much you are nagging too much usha in-laws be wise and smart and sensible they will look at the man who is complaining too much and say, you are not mature at all. Simple issues ways you can't solve it. They'll be actually by and check. What kind of life is that? They'll even be sick and tired of you. So wisdom must be applied. Minor, go to people, counselors. There are people around who can help you solve, including pastors, big people. People who are, you know, if you experience, if you experience. There are a lot of people to talk to. You don't necessarily need your parents, you know, but and you may be more than if he said, where they want to me, a do baby, to say where they then you can go to parents and tell them. Okay. Because that one, a do family level.
Okay.
Thank you. The atwasuni. Don't force the relationship between yourself and your in-laws.
As a couple.
Yeah, as a couple. Don't force it. Don't force it. Don't force it. Opesa wo fa wa ase oba no. Opesa wo fa ukunu. Ne maame ne papa danfo. Ana opesa wo ne omo ye fine. Ana opesa wo ye nkrophobia. Utumi ne omo sere. But omo mpesa. Don't force it. Umbe ye hi. Ombeka so ye nhihye so. Wo ye Oya hihye ho dodo. Open hihye ho dodo. Ahihye. Are. No, there are some in-laws they are not really fine sir. Okay, why worry about fine. Every kind begin no nyankrofobia no hye da pe. Marriage ni sir. Omo hye get to just a high class than you. As of muade bi from their own eyes, from their own perception, how they view things. Okay, no muade but yaba so no anopa yaba no you know. To omo hye da and you are forcing to be nice with them. Omo pe. Sister, don't force. Stop buying them gifts to love you. Gifts will not make a man love you. Gifts will make a man like you because of their selfish interest and how opportunistic they are. And when people like you, that likeness can go anytime. When they love you, they stand by you.
Yes, sir.
So don't force yourself to love your in-laws. When they don't love you, don't force.
So on the other side,
Bema or Bano, don't force.
With regards to the in-laws,
yeah,
they shouldn't force themselves on their supposed in-law.
No. So maybe my man and papa, my wadewa. Now wo ya me yere. Na one person do mo hye wa afa wadan for. Wo so mpesa. Hey, Jack.
Na se mo be ye abusua. Ye se won ware be ma na won ware ono nko na wo ware abusua ka ho.
Eya obi a wo hia de bia na asere kire no. Obi a na ne bon komo. Obi a na ye wadamfo. Adamfo fa ne mu mpo. There are limits and levels. So you are people who are very close in your circle. There are people who are second on the circle. There are people who are outside. You call all of them friends, but when you have an issue, there is a particular person you rely on.
That is why
yes, I was sorry. Ubu mame, ubu papa, ubu be in-law, ubu ambu sumo do. Nanso so you will be a ubetumi no ma yesa. Me maasi, me need you very close. Me need sere ya dina. You best sere, you bon komo sabi when you ye Jimmy, you know, me say I was you know, near sere, near dia agro. You see, the respect is still there. You imagine say, or you see be or non pesa, on tessa, naturally in the attitude, in this level, non pe, hey, yadana, why hey, now then, yeah, as I was told us, hey, yeah, why nice, yeah, you too much, Charlie, my friend, or non tessa, or pa global one limit, know it, and then play around that limit. Don't force yourself. Oh, person in here fine, and person here fine, the back cannot teach you. So don't force to befriend your in-laws by force when they don't love you.
So
no one word
it goes.
Yeah, no one word now they call over some door. Aduane no mbedi. Omudi wie kra anya koma san yo say emono na asiashi na nye. They are toso na me ya wi. They are toso ye set boundaries and limits to your in-laws. Set boundaries. Hey, if you team na besra yen, o be pede your bedroom. We have already set boundaries. To me, sit down. Bedano, we were guest room. Guest room, no toilet and bath. You can enter into our kitchen. It's our kitchen. But you don't have the right to enter into our bedroom. Why? Because boundary and limits. Tina hona teamwork nabano. Yeah, TV ba kope. Yes, I need a TV. I'm a wo dem one. Na ye ya adwene say loneliness abrewa. Me Lord ye bibu me do. Ti all no TV kese. Ye nyina create mu ehwe akan drama. Na ahwe kan tanka. Na ye sere. Na ye say ay. I say is it not nice? Nevertheless, you must also understand that there are boundaries. Enti enya afa na okune ne yere koda no na in-laws ay kwayo mi ha kakra pa cho betumi akoda mpesa me ne me ba ne kasa no uni me je no because me ne me yere set boundary and limits enti ma me no asew ba obema oni onya time set boundaries mempre na wasi besra wa na wafrem uni baby na ne ba na he oba na obefre bema na wafre na ocha onim if some worry am ba na I think that this and that especially awade awonim. Let me go deeper. Awade awonim. Both in-laws no ni aba ni abema o maame papa a start e free guy no as a guy no ono na quota egum ono ohwie egum na ye adwuma ono ye nyame. Children are gifts from God. Wo ye aduro obompa ya sere nyame so bedum e bi maaye say your ba ni problem a be pa cho me serew e ya mususu mo ba bema no say mususu oba no so na ona wo de da wo you lo ni ma pressure me serew ya wade a yemi ya tembuo wo nyame nchen eni nipa nchen ya wade na nyame ni so onwo ne ya be wade. What's your problem? Do you know what God is up to? Obawo wonwo ni nyina wo nyame sem. In-laws should not interfere simply because my wife is a barren woman.
Okay, into counselor.
Honor in a bema no must be on the defensive side to defend the wife and say, listen, you are my mother, you are my father, you are my sister and brothers, but my wife is my wife. That is my family. So limitation or boundary. Yes, limits.
Certain boundaries. Counselor, Sisia, in semi what couples should actually do with regards to their in-laws.
Yeah.
Things that would actually make the marriage last. Ebemana ache na bibia esisisu na aselfo no. Ediene was a woman. Something very short.
Because number one, aselfo in-law no must understand that our children or my son and his wife, they need privacy. You need privacy. Wakosko untie privacy. Privacy ni say omu wakonya say omu sunyo omu fa hudi. Nya fa hudi. Timbe ba no say ko ni fa hudi anko gusu wo roof na se. We free roof na se. Eja be ma be free the papa ni maame, you know, according to scriptures. Now we free akọ join in the area and the two of them shall become one
flesh.
Thank you. So what free one should understand you that now we have the privacy so you don't interfere. Number two, he's matured enough. So don't call him and talk to him as if he's immature. It's an insult to your son or your daughter. Number three, respect them. Almost they want to build a family. Don't use your experiences in marriage to dictate and tell them that this is how they should run their marriage. Respect them. And the last one, you must understand that they have their right and they have their rights to do what they are doing. So please, don't bring your matters into their affairs. That's all.
Okay. Inti ni nyina na counselor ama yati asie wama yehu asew wasede de wasa woye se ne be ya won so wo ba no na wade ebe ye prom na won so wani age woda na kire se wode usimye to ho na wada na bibia akoso kama ama ni nyina na counselor kire na afi nso wama yati asie se awadefo enso de ewo se munyina mo nso mo ye se ne be ya asewfo no yenkonya ntawantawa na se ntokwa bia ensi we asem ya maka na chese de asem foforo asabra aba mitrim sisi a se when does an in-law become an in-law se wo ware nipa no ewie na nipa no ebeye wase ana se wo ne twempena no na se you know, no my
I am for the tato in-law send your bear. She'll be accepted, she'll be loved. You don't need all this rubbish. I call it rubbish. You don't need it.
But counselor say we are trying to play our cards well. Send your bear, send your kind from the introduction.
To get a genuine love from your in-laws, don't use gift to deceive their hearts and draw them close to you. The day the gift does not go, they will hate you. It's in the short. Let them love you naturally.
Okay.
For who you are and not what you give to them. Number two, one day, Bema Waba, you don't describe the mama and the papa say in-law. You can call them in-law by mouth, but not by law. They don't own you. And Bema ni Jawa no ba ni Jawa, Ukosuka, they have nothing to do. They don't own the thing. You understand?
It no obi timi jae mpena 3 days pepe no mo so kofo afra mo asew no omo te ho je awade de
because onya legally you know
onya o maso but omo nyina be fra wasew
no safe no waba na wonu an kwan ba wonu amomone ba o de milo ba nido ba entoma ba ni nyina omo beji because for now there some Bema ban or ban or the Bema when the Toban come is nice, man. But still, you can't call them in-law because you are not certified. You understand?
Yes.
So that is it.
It's nature said na counselor chire muama yenina yati asie no chese Facebook Sarah Efhe Emmanuel James Mrs. Vicentia Haman so tuemu den Lady Bugambo and Mama Mercy Ma Mercy so ho and Babra say just ho no ma ye de iti yabeto ye boase na yakenkan messages ne bi WhatsApp na kire say ye the messages no so atwa so Facebook na de wom no so ye de amamo na afei yato ye boase na ye bie phone lines no atum obisi counselor good day please whose duty is it to bath the child? Is it is it the mother of the woman or the mother of the man?
Okay, after Matthias, and I say, Yawa, gentleman. Who is asking the question? A gentleman?
Yeah, it's a gentleman.
Anyway, whether a gentleman or a man, the truth is that we are a team. We decide who will come and bath our children or who will come and bath our child. And bear money, mammy to me. Obani mami to me.
Nature say nye designated.
Oh, no. Yeah, team. Title. Yeah, team. Tell me a sabi. Obani went to me and one fantasy a channel. You know, on to me crack the stress. It's not easy. Now you decide to say, my member or no one holding. My member or no or you busy. My member or you know. Then we decide and then we bring. That's all. So by force.
Okay. I was put to bed at 32 weeks. I went through a lot before having my baby, and I wanted my mom around so much, but my husband insisted his mom came. My mom came to me at the hospital, and my mom-in-law asked her to go, for she would take care of me. It was fire throughout her stay for 3 months, and I was depressed. I couldn't complain over anything without my husband fighting with me. I stopped complaining, and my mother-in-law was always nagging. She doesn't mind meeting me at the gate, and she will start a fight with me over nothing. My husband comes and she's the first to meet my hubby and make a complaint. That day, when my husband comes, know that there's going to be a fight. Let me go to my mom for some time. My husband won't allow. The last straw that broke the camel's back was when she was about to leave and I decided to bathe my son myself. This woman talked and talked, cursed me, and called my mom to curse her that if she doesn't know and we sit down and talk about her, may God deal with us. I have decided not to disrespect her, but I have kept my distance because this woman put me through a lot and left me depressed in my own matrimonial
So there is no
home.
teamwork. Beemano, I am the man of the house. I want my mother. You know, for example, me, my mother, Sisi, she's weak.
Yeah.
You know, in the 70, 80.
Yeah.
No, I weak. Na ma wa. Na Sisi, and in the coat to join in the nine. Ebe jare me ba. So me to me aswa me ba no. Sebe aswa. You know, I can carry. You know, akwaba every day. Akwaba. Na me come. You know, you are stressing even the baby. Eti me yere ma ame ne beba. No abe jare no. No abe dia bia a man 2 3. What is wrong with that? It's not beautiful. And then I flow with my in-law. What's your problem? Me mama to me, no chese me do me mama and I'm chimi mama. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Akola ni nye to me ko cha me mama and oba sorry and oshia otumi hu akola is beautiful. Now, this gentleman is a man who is authoritative. It's like what I say, my mother should come. The lady doesn't, there's no teamwork.
Mama so ufri drama bana chese o complaining so
And I make this is a bad in-law. And then the gentleman is not enough. He's not enough. Meaning that he should be able to listen to the wife first, not the mother. Okay. Yeah.
I beg you, please read mine. Please and please. I'm dying. Oh, my man and I live in the same house with my in-law. He sleeps in the same room with the mother, eats her food, takes her advice. We've bought everything for our wedding. I mean everything. And the things are with her mother. Please help me. It looks like I am nothing in his life. Even sex is a problem.
Now, cohabitees.
Yes, please.
Cohabitees. So there are two things. I'll be real to you. It is either or either Bermano and Pegel. But when he's getting him, ma shadabrim, send a buy a bepamono. Me to me, Casa Mempenance, best my wasting the time. As a merono. Between the Buba or the Obe or share the economies and no enfa or no abeco. And oh, some men can do that. Number two. What has the gentleman told the mother about the lady? That will make the mother decide that I will invade the house and take control over the house. Why? Lady needs to so ding. And why don't you feel already? I will try to turn your man. I will to us. I Jones. Unia Busia. So Kokakra. Na guy nimbu. So what baby call Busiako. The idea now is Okrani baby ako. So on 4 boom now. Nema Misubu because they think that you have nowhere to go.
Counselor is 100% right. My mother-in-law said to my husband that he is not who gave birth to me. So if he does not have money, he should not worry. Secondly, she met my mother at the funeral and told her that she can't quit for his son to die. Val, I'm not praising myself. But listen, I have taken care of the house, all the bills, paying school fees, rent, and still counting. But my mother-in-law influences my husband to the extent that I don't even know what to do again. Naturally say, I ain't simpy. This one, no. What does she have to do?
So what she has to do is to try as much as she can to talk to you. Not convince the husband. Not convince him means you are begging him to accept your proposal. No, you don't convince him. Talk to him. Okay. So that he'll be a man. Okay. Don't convince him.
Nice topic today, and Counselor has said it, but when a man discusses you to his family, they start to hate you without hearing from your side. My husband has been disclosing my issues with his family, and they told me since that I don't have love for his family, especially the sister who has been influencing him. He's always with his sister, and their actions says it all. Hello, good evening. My name is Rhoda. My in-law is a blessing to me. My husband is the only reason she's happy, and she happens to be the only son, and we are living in the same roof. I pray every wife gets a prayerful and a caring in-law. Amen. Hello, good evening. My name is Rhoda. Okay, I have read this message. Good evening, Val. God bless you and Counselor for the good work. I have been dating this guy for almost 4 years and we are planning to get married. But anytime we have issues, he doesn't want us to sit down to talk about it. And he will be the first person to report to my mom, even if he is at fault. And he lately gets angry easily over little things. Please, Should I continue with the marriage plans or leave because I'm scared now? I'm Dorcas from Nungwa.
They should have a meeting together. And I don't like concluding when it comes to relationship and marriage issues. Because ujina chira asono dia wotie oba na wunsem die one be man entrance in kasa yi so that the gentleman will understand marriage, the concept of marriage. Marriage is not about in-laws, it's about the two of us.
The concept of marriage is about the two of us and not in-laws, even though they have their roles to play in our marriage, but then it centers around us. Nature say our therefore us before the world. Sana obi biara. Enti abusuafo ye bie phone lines na to wadaroma ofre na kire se wa lower TV set the volume se ne be ya mete wonka na afin so counselor bete wonka na kire se insensem ni nyina no ye de ahyehye so na bibia akoso kama won se me counselor me catch you say ye call fabric center yambo china Mrs. Akufu Boatin aba wa mama ti ase so wo hwe enti wo hwe
fabric center ru anangaza
ampacho ai
ono oso wo hwe
wo hwe oso wo hwe wanim
watching at time. One more time.
Just
by the way,
we'll
go there tomorrow.
Mrs. Akufu Boatin, Yakopo, Inshra, Ankasa, Yeba, Yambo China, Yeba, na Yabeshia, Mama, any Obia. What about tobacco? Any means to make a
some material. Between us 1 year material.
Good evening, Nancy Valerie and Counselor. It seems everything discussed here is for me. Because my husband is the type who always tells his family about everything that goes on in our home. And before we got married, I had a good relationship with my in-laws and my sister-in-laws. But because of what my husband has been telling them, whether it is true or not, they just believed him and they wouldn't even bother to ask me. What they would do is rather insult me and get hatred for me. But when they see me, they pretend to love me. But when I'm not there, they talk evil about me. That has destroyed the good relationship I had with them. But frankly speaking, I really want to leave the marriage because I'm tired of being in a marriage full of fake in-laws. Obaya.
You don't leave marriage because of fake in-laws. You leave marriage because your husband is not fit for the marriage.
Cancer Pacho says
you don't quit, you don't leave, you don't walk out from your marriage simply because you have a problem with your in-laws. You leave marriage, you walk out because your husband is not fit for the marriage.
Wunyaya wadie se meja wadie pempempe se sa me no ma me kɔ efri se wususu se wonse wonom ehwe wo da bida. Wujaya wadie e wo gina pen so se nipa na wone ne wa wadie nim no.
Enkoyi.
Eno ena chese counselor aka matom no buase ena machirem. Ye bia phone lines na tum wadaroma numbers no ego screen nani na wafre na yedin komo pepepe. Ose counselor, who has the power with regards to the total number of people who comes to the wedding? Is it the couple?
It's not. Yes,
please.
But teamwork starts from caution.
Right from the beginning of our discussion, you made us understand that the in-law have power.
Yeah.
And what they do to a large extent
can influence the marriage.
Yes.
Please.
On that angle.
Na papa ne mama from Berman and Obani be decide my marriage. That is when they have money and they want to do the wedding in a big way to satisfy their ego. What I say, but wedding, you pay for 500. You can feed them 1,000 and you're fine for their own good. But where if you said that you were basa ekokoti I'll plead it's not right. So, maybe parents or parents who scan and they want to make it big. There's nothing wrong.
Mama Patience, I say, good evening, dear. You're looking good tonight, and God bless you and Counselor for the powerful message this evening. We are still learning, and may God Almighty guide you and protect you. Amen. Yankopon Inshra Bibre, Mama Patience. Josephine, say good evening, Val. And Counselor, I am enjoying the show. Some in-laws be there. Some people are actually enjoying, and others just say okay, Mamin Kinkai messages be I mean so mean Sakan, Mrs. Sapon say my mother-in-law is the best. She cooks for me every Sunday. She checks up on me twice a week, and she's just amazing. I love her so much. Oh. Eya no cry.
Me dey the best. Than
I see my in-laws there, oh God. They've always missed me. Every time asking me when I'm coming over to see them. And it's as though their son is like a 2-year-old. My mother-in-law can call me and him that it just say, Utimu say, Opeso just say, Omo penasem. Naturally, send your kind. Let your in-laws naturally come to love you.
Maybe they don't cry the whole no film and no bakra.
Okay. Also, my mother-in-law to be bought me bags full of goodies when coming from the US, and she always watches my status. Technological in-law. Ujana warhini ya. Na asam kesiye pa ena ato. I say, as for my in-laws, they are good, but never allow your in-law to stay with you, because I allowed my husband's niece to stay with me. I have learnt a great lesson. If you don't take care, it can ruin your marriage. Yeah, first caller, Ewo Ahomane. So, hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, Midofo. Udini baby akasefri wadaruma.
Yeah, good evening. My name is Jerry.
Manenko yetio.
My name is Jerry.
Okay, Jerry me pacho yetio wadaruma. Manenko ntientio.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Rajali. Where dia safrebium wadaruma. Ah, safrebium. Na chirese eni entwetwe enkomo pepepe. Okay, also I was dating some guy and he said we should go and visit his mom. And then after visiting his mom said she doesn't like me. At the same time, the guy tells his mom about my work, that I'm a fashion designer, I work at home. But this guy tells his mom that I have a shop. So please, is it good that my guy is saying all of this and we are not married, we're dating?
Our shop say.
Or more dating. And Beman say, Oba middle, but Besina me for Uncle Chia me. No say okay, you must say. Omudru no ma. Oba na me kind of was only. Or say oh, Oba where dia me pay. Or say ma won't penny saying. Or a fashion design or what the shop can see or one in sandwich man. Sister is so or Pama dear fee. Or Pama dear fee.
So it looks like the in-laws' expectations that the Donkoh for gold digger. No, yeah, digger. Gold bringer. Uncle Ubia or Dix Kabeba. The woman is not doing well. In fact, the son should be wiser to know that what your mother wants for you is not what will determine the success of your life.
Hello? Yeah, we'll be one woman. Hello?
Hello, Valerie, good evening.
Good evening, Medofo. Me pacha wudini baby akasa free. Okay, me pacha manenko wadaruma.
Okay, this is about my big sister. Only but you know, my big sister no is the one taking care of the house. Mom sends money to her, but on can't train a husband no. And I think last year somewhere she was being paid $350. So the man reported my sister to the pastor. Say, Mrs. Sani Champina because with Mrs. Nayetia Nekano into me and sort out in Palani Yama and everything in the house. And this man is not bringing a penny. He's not even bringing a penny to the house, and he keeps saying my sister is cheating and everything. And also for in a quote said, Mrs. Sani two for no more second are the same. So I want to know if, because sometimes I tell my sister to just quit the marriage because so much pressure.
Okay. Yeah, that's a baby. Akosia.
Counselor, if you can help me with this thing.
Okay.
I will only help if I can talk to the right person. This is a sister speaking for the sister. She doesn't have the detailed of the information. She heard, she listened, and she's telling us. The person involved should be the one talking to us so that we can experience how it is.
The role of in-laws, they always want to actually see the good for the person who they are related to. Senya okayeno. Inti misusu se ono adwempam ena ode ye
adwempam no ono busa adwenkyere e wa adwempem e wo nyansam nanso wo ka asem a ye bo na mane enye nipa na na eka we can't give an answer. If we give an answer, the answer may be wrong. Maybe the information or the mind could have been wrong or could be wrong. Yes.
And what would you actually
advice
tell us?
Once we put our number on the screen by the grace of God, or bet me am this is no afraid or can't listen to her herself. We can address the issue.
Hello, good evening. Please read my message. I need help. My current girlfriend's mom was very cool with me from the beginning and even claimed she sees me in her dreams and I'm the right husband for her daughter even before I met my girlfriend. There were most times she'd call her daughter for financial help when she's with me and I would gladly help. These days, the support isn't going much because I'm financially down. My girlfriend has a friend overseas who helps them financially. Now, her mom says she's had a vision that I am not meant to be her husband, so she should cease from being with me. I live with my girlfriend and she loves me too, so she's ready not to listen to her mom. But my issue is, what should I do about this? Counselor Jay from Amasaman, please, I need help. Kindly read my message.
No, what's the Canadian? Na sum. And you saw doing hunum. No, you can.
Okay, answer now be yano. Oh dear, my empeke koi. Now wait dear. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good evening.
Good evening, Medofu me pacha wudini baby akasa free wadaroma.
Yeah, please, my name is Derek. I'm calling from Katamanso, Apollonia.
Okay. Manenko yeti wadaroma.
Please, this is my personal issue. I was living with one lady for about 2 years now, and we plan to get married.
Okay.
And later on, it's like I got loose of my job. So then I see that the lady behavior is changing. Anything I say to her, she doesn't listen to me, but she rather listen to her mom instead of me. And the thing that pisses me off that the materials and things that we bought for our wedding or our marital action. When I told her nowadays I don't have money to do a lot of things, then her character has changed. Then she told me she's traveling to her mom's place. But I always see her every midnight, 12 o'clock, 1 a.m. dawn, chatting on WhatsApp. When I talk, then she will get annoyed. When I talk to her, then later on, before I know, she packed all the clothes and things that we bought for our marriage and sent it away. And then, as I asked her, she told me if I need any explanation, I should come to she and the mom. That's what she told me. So what should I do?
Okay, Counselor.
Leave the lady. If this is the true story, don't ever marry a woman who is a materialistic woman. Don't, you die. See, the mother needs money. Using the daughter to fetch money. And now the money is not there. What do you expect? This is a woman who has already threatened you in courtship. You are not saving marriage. So the guy should just organize himself, come back, revive himself, and then move on. But the girl need money.
Okay.
Okay.
It's back to the message that I read earlier with regards to say mama no so boy no ho.
So that because no whisker.
Yeah.
They say na juma be say no. Sunsumu wi ase. The reporter by angelic beings that he say there onyendiku. So it tells you the kind of woman that will become your in-law and you are not safe. Because even though girl ne peno, but ne mama no na hard dream. So I will encourage the gentleman that the decision is dependent or dependent, it depends on the lady. The lady no say, well, you must have still, Amra will be no share, still need be that's all. And then from there, when they have the team together, they can move to the father, talk to the father, the influence will come.
Do in-laws have a role to play in the application or choosing of a spouse?
Yes and no. Because sabi, my befa na me say me wado apart from saying nyame na do ama me you, me ana me befa you, me na me hu bibi won na me pe na me say me do wa. Sabi ye du fie mpanifo nso wa ani. Omo sa experience, omo sa won teteye, omo hwe ne oma bebre. Sometimes you present the lady or the gentleman and they go like no. And sometimes they say no, yekware, and yet we end up we will never forget they said no to it. Because say hey, me kware, ma me ka kire me. Say me ma me ware oba no. Me ma me ka kire me say me ma me ware be ma no. Hey, tie o ma kenye aware fo bebre ato om. So parents no sumsumi wo mumu. So that's why I'm saying say parents no part to be to play in our decision when it comes to marriage and courtship. You should be careful. Parents, they have great influence. Their no can be serious. Some guys and some ladies will take their parents seriously. Once their parents say no, we're jail.
We are a day.
We're jail.
Oh, me kura me number one.
We're jail. And obo so can know na on a girl no they talk, and then they come back with force. And they at the end of the day, the parents and say, I think say more prove you and say, you know, you are strong, you are okay, let's go. Yeah. So that is it.
Okay. Mami really just 2 messages na say did you meet good evening, please. I would like to hide my name. I have an issue with my wife and I tried to talk to her, but she doesn't want to listen to me. So I reported her to her mom because I'm cool with the mom and dad. Please, I want to know if I'm wrong to involve them in my marriage, but I didn't tell my parents about the issue though. Counselor.
Opposite who say the decision she has taken.
If it is right.
If it is right.
Or wrong.
What decision? Next. Choosing the life partner.
Yes, please.
Don't go catch any parents. The first thing to do is to consult God, who is the giver of husband and wife. Pray to God. God can communicate. Number 2, your pastor is there. If your pastor is spiritual, your chief imam is there. You know, there's somebody who is very spiritual, genuinely connected to God. They can pray and ask God for his grace. Also, your parents are assets. You can go to them, tell them, they will pray. And also advise you. So all these things will lead you to the right path.
So did he do right by actually talking to the mom and the papa?
Very good.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay. So God bless you, Counselor, and Val. May God continue to protect and bless you all abundantly. Amen. You're speaking for me, Pa. My husband sold me to his mom and sister. Some issues came up and I was blamed for it. I also didn't know anything about it. My mother-in-law came to my room and dragged me out for her daughter to beat me. My brother-in-law intervened and called my husband at work to come home and see what had happened. When my husband got home, her mom was lying on the floor crying that I had beaten her mercilessly. My late mom and my family are so nice to my husband, but his family are not nice to me, especially the women in the house. He's always forcing me to play with his mom like how my mom used to play with him. I came home from work, met my mother-in-law in our bed. I complained to my husband and he told me if it was my mom, would I have complained? My late mom never entered my bedroom. She didn't see the curtains to my bedroom. God bless you. You're really teaching this generation. Some people are really going through a lot.
Yes, I'm telling you. We do this program and somebody can sit on social media and we'll be able to opinion. We'll be part of or can't function on social media. As if you are not making sense. But I'm telling you, people are dying in marriages. Na yet then and was da mom paso. No
matrimonial bed.
Communication, no boundary.
Abusia 4 year damwase.